These are 15 beginner tips and tricks to instantly improve in Bedwars. So section 1 is first rush. What you want to do for number 1 is you want to push quickly. Instead of waiting a bunch of time, gathering resources, setting up a bed defense, you want to push. You want to get around 64 blocks, depends per map, but you want to just put one layer of wall over your bed and just push to break their bed, because once you get them out, then you're basically set for the whole game. So the next thing you want to do is always buy shears. Once you have shears, you're kind of set out, because you can do so many mechs with shears, like Jamesing, which I'll get on later into the video, where you can mine a block with the shears, like wool, very quickly. And then you can just build very quickly and do like sword traps and stuff. Okay, the third one is TNT. When you're pushing someone, you probably always want to have TNT if their bed defense is quite good, because if you can place it down and drops on their bed, then once that explodes, that's going to be awesome. Okay, so section 2 for you, this is your resources. So you want to, first of all, I see a lot of this happening. People don't wait for teammates to respawn once they've died and just collect all the stuff in the generator. But what you should do is, if they've died very recently, you want to wait and don't collect stuff, and you want to wait for them until they get back, so then you can both share the resources. So next thing, this is going to be quite complicated, but emeralds. You want to use emeralds mainly for invis or ender pearls, but if you're going for a good bed defense, you want to go for obsidian. Obsidian is your best bet when going for a good bed defense, because you have to have like a really good pickaxe with efficiency to break through it quickly. And it always get like diamond armor if you've gotten all of the above. So next thing, you want to go for diamonds. For this, what I recommend is going protection, get a healing pool just so that you're safe if people push. Get the blindness trap, or always the blindness trap, just go for that, it's the best one. You want to get sharpness when you can, and get like feather falling, so when you jump onto someone's base, you don't take too much fall damage. So the next section is fireballs. I see a lot of people doing this where they just spam fireballs on you and you take like no damage. So what you want to do for number 1 is save your fireballs. If you can save your fireballs, that you're already like better than 30% of other people who can't. Because if you save them, you can get back to a bed quicker by fireball jumping, which I'll get onto later. You could, if someone's a final and you've saved fireballs, you can just knock them off. But one main reason you want to save fireballs is true damage. Fireballs deal true damage, which means they ignore all armor. They may seem like they don't do a lot of damage, but once someone's at like 4 health, 3 health, with like 4 diamond armor, and they're running away, if you fireball them, they like basically just will die. So it's really OP for fights. The next section is fireball jumping. Fireball jumping is either looking down, throwing a fireball and then jumping, and then while holding W you go really far, and that you can get back to base, you can go to a push, you can do pretty much everything with it. But you can also block up 2 blocks behind you, turn around and then fireball on those blocks, and instead of launching really high so you take a lot of fall damage, it will just launch you like at a 30-degree angle, so it's better for lower health players. So the next 2 sections we'll be looking at will be much bigger sections. Section 4 is game sense. You want to look for wool. By what I mean by this is, look at what blocks you've placed and if there are any new blocks that aren't your team's colour, because that's how you know that someone is over there currently, like very recently. So you can do that by like seeing on your bridge if there's a new block colour. That'll tell you if someone's going to your base to rush it. Or like just checking where people are in the map. Next thing, always check scoreboard. I see a lot of people not doing this, but you have to check it just once in a while to check what teams are alive, what teams have beds, what teams don't. It's just really useful. The next one, scan the area, man. If you're using something like Lunar Client, then you want to use the zoom mod to zoom in and see where people are. This is very handy when coming to spotting players. Section 5, PvP. So the first thing you want to learn is W tapping. This is where when you're comboing someone, you don't hold W, but you like tap it. I'll show in this clip right now. Yeah, so that's basically W tapping. Next thing is hit selecting. This is very important on like bridges or like by your bed. You want to wait, instead of just rushing in, spam clicking, you want to wait till they hit you and then hit them, like spam click right after. Now, you don't want to just spam click the whole time because that's kind of pointless. You want to butterfly, like this sort of motion. Sort of like that. That was a good demonstration, I think. Okay, next thing, this is my favourite technique. I learnt it from a YouTuber, but he calls it Jamesing. What you want to do is at a bed defense, you want to block out a bunch of blocks, and with the shears from the resources section, or not resources, and with the shears from the first rush section, you want to shear the middle block and then go through it, and you want to hit the opponent that's on the other side trying to go around. This is very good to knock people off or just get them really confused and beat them in a fight. The final thing is called block hitting. Block hitting is when you block and hit. So you hit and then instantly block straight after. I don't know why this is, but you just take like little to no damage. So if you don't have a bed and you're trying to wipe out someone, if you go like this, sort of like that. So then you're block hitting, but you're also taking up to 50% less damage. Alright guys, so if you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, but only if you want to. This is only if you've enjoyed the video, but if you had, please make sure to check that. Alright, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye.